Do you think you covered enough?
I don't know. To be honest, I mean, it might be fun to maybe create a similar album but not for children, for the more adult music that came from different regions naman. And that one we produce in a more traditional, we can fully orchestrate, it can be, we can really tap whomever depending on the kind of sound we want to get for that song. But yeah, this is only like a stepping stone maybe to it. I mean, even for us, a tasting menu. And then maybe, let's see how this is received. And if it's positively received, then maybe it means that, okay, maybe the market is open to me singing more. That's, and not just in Tagalog, because people have heard me sing in Tagalog for my whole career.
Might say, why didn't she sing our dialect?
It's like, wait, I think we covered everybody as far as the dialects. But there's more music kasi to be had in each of these regions that are universal to the entire country with regards to love and pain and heartbreak. But it's a children's album, so obviously we can't put that subject matter in this. I mean, the most heartbroken we get, I think it's Matudila and I think Sing.
Actually, yeah, you're right. We were just discussing it kanina. So this might be a start of what Lea can do in the next how many years. Bata pa kasi siya, marami pa siya pwedeng gawin. An anthology of Filipino songs. Because, you know, Lea is already, also, if you're thinking about it, her voice is a brand. It's a very different and it's a, I would say, global brand. No, it's a term. International. I would say that she's an international star. So, which means for her to lend her voice to more Filipino songs could be. That's why I was saying an anthology, meaning 10 albums of Filipino songs. That would be great, you know.
A great Filipino song, sabi.
Yeah. Well.
Yes. Congratulations on this project.
That's something to think about over the next many years. So many arrangers to tap, so many talented arrangers to tap. But sana it's still it's still music that already exists. Because we have a lot of young people covering the new stuff. We need to cover the old stuff again.
How did you select the 15 songs from so many traditional folk songs that we have? And what eras were particularly focused on?
I think the ones that we focused on were the ones that were normally shared by our oral tradition. I mean, think like the Laron Sinta, and Paro-Paro Bukit, things that you'd learn from listening. And things that it's like the things that you learn in kindergarten or the things you learn in grade school if you're doing like a Filipiniana program, like if you're the grade 2 class, that's the one you're assigned to sing. So that's kind of oral tradition. So we were like, okay, let's look at the songs that we knew. That's the one for the first one. Okay, ito alam ko, ito alam ko, ito alam ko. So we're checking that. And then we were looking at dialects, like how heavy is it Tagalog-wise? How heavy is it Bisaya-wise? I mean, realistically, what is this gonna look like? And then, ayan, strike na naman. It's like, no, we have too many of this. We need to, masyado maraming Tagalog, kailangan, so there's that. And then I think we were able to figure out which ones, based on the ones that I knew really well, the ones that I would jump into kind of knowing the melody because of just hearing it from different singers. Like Matudila, I mean, Pilito Corrales, it's kind of like so attached to her. And she was my peg for listening before recording this. I mean, I listened to her voice, I don't know how many times, for how many hours, just to get it right. And then I got into the studio and I was able to do it. But yeah, so things like that, things that were kind of buried in my brain that I wanted to try or take on. So between the two of us, we were able to whittle it down. But boy, that was hard.
So, is there an equal representation among the regions, or which one is top heavy?
It's still Tagalog heavy. Well, that's my dialect. It's my language. And then next to that, I think Bisaya is next. No, I did that one. No, we did, Ako'y Pobreng Alindahaw.
It's Pobreng Alindahaw.
So it's 3. Tatlong Bisaya.
Isang Waray. Ano ba yung Tagalog?
Waray is Tagalog and Bisaya.
Then you had Iri Tuluganay,
Ilonggo, which is my mom's dialect naman.
Waray ba isa po? We have, normally namin, we had Sarumbangi people. We had Kapampangan.
Mike Dam.
Ating
Kubong you sure Mike Dam?
Sorry. I'm talking to myself. Okay. So I'm sorry, we have 3 Bisaya, which is
One Ilonggo.
yeah, 1 Ilonggo,
One Kapampangan.
1 Bicolano,
One
Ilocano,
Ilocano, and the rest is Tagalog.
we have 1 Kapampangan, that's right.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. And the rest was Tagalog.
We had Bahay Kubo. You know, we really had to put Bahay Kubo. I was told that they don't teach these songs anymore in grade school. They don't.
So sad.
They don't, because when I said, I'm not mentioning any school, but I said, no, I will not. So I said, does your class sing No Bahay Kubo? Sagot sa akin, no, they don't. They don't know Bahay Kubo.
Negative sa yan eh.
So you're
Kulay ng listahan, kulay
Song
naman
because you
eh.
instill in the minds of these young boys and girls that you can only live in happiness and peace in a bahay kubo. When you can dream of living in a modern big
That's kind of weird.
Actually, siguro iba yun.
no, your album, I said, is very timely, especially in the light of the decision to kick out teaching of Filipino in the educational system.
In college daw, not grade
Also
school
like,
yata.
ano,
It's
magtalim-
college.
Yeah, in college, yes.
Ayaw na
that's
nila
right.
yan. Kasi that's negative.
So very timely.
Okay, sandali, Aiza. Sa akin, hindi negative yun. Kasi,
I'm not saying
yeah.
musically
Some
it's
people.
good, but
Yeah.
the lyrical content of the song
It's
to
literally a
many
list
to many
of vegetables.
people is negative.
Why?
Because nga you instill in the minds of these young boys and girls that you can only live in peace and happiness.
Actually, no.
I never
No.
got that when I learned Bahay Kubo. My mom taught me Bahay Kubo.
Actually.
When I was like maybe a year and a half old, and I've sung it, and I'm still singing it. It never occurred to me to dream small as a result of that song. It's not, you take from a song what you take from a song. And I guess any individual will interpret it in their own individual way. And for me, that always, I mean, never mind the feelings of happiness and joy because my mother taught me that song. But it's like, you can create a 3-story Bahay Kubo if you want.
But
And have your organic garden in the back,
you're
which is
a-
probably going to be expensive.
You're a different child. You're a-
But wait. You know, Aiza, I go around the country doing songwriting workshops, and when we talk about lyrics, and I tell them about Bahay Kubo, I ask, kasi sometimes our audience would be from high school to college. So I ask them, ano ang sinasabi nitong kantang to? And of course, sinasabi, listahan ng gulay. Listahan ng gulay para, that is in the superficial level, no?
Yeah.
But you know what? A lot of them, alam nyo kung ano sinasabi, ang sagot nila, it instills, sorry, hindi ko alam ang English.
Tagalogin na.
Tagalog na lang.
It instills kasipagan, industriousness, because magtanim ka lang, buhay ka na. Hindi ka na kailangan papunta ng what they're saying is pagka marunong ka magtanim, buhay ka na. I'm talking about people in the provinces. Parang naiintindihan nila yon in that manner. Kasi, nga, no? Minsan nagugulat ako when people say, ang perspective nila, ganon. Self-sufficiency. Yun yung term na hinahanap ko.
Thank you.